I came to school here. I'm originally from Pittsburgh and went to Cornell back in the 70s and have returned as so many other folks have stayed on after college. There's a lot going on. It's an interesting, vibrant area, to be sure, and a beautiful one physically also, to be sure. So here I am many years later, and Cornell has land all around us where we're located, and they already have switched to natural gas for their heating plant. And several years ago, we were approached by landmen concerning leasing our land, and we were told about the old conventional drilling paradigm. Now, I kind of liked Steve, our landman, but I had the feeling that he knew more than he was telling us, which should have been a little more alarming to me than it was. But we were clearly given the term Trenton Black River, which is conventional drilling for pocket gas, 10,000 feet and deeper. Nothing about shale, nothing about hydrofracking with large chemical components to the fluids. And we never would have, and we never did agree to hydrofracking and shale extraction. We were told that the Trenton was the deal, and that is what we agreed to. So I'm a member of Fleeced out of Ithaca area and surrounding, similar folks who have leased in the old days and in no way bargained for hydrofracking. Well, it's a growing number of people as we reach out, people who really regret the possibility of having their land and nearby in the region, really, not just our own individual land, hydrofracked, because it's a completely different animal critter than conventional drilling. It's much closer to the aquifers, it's much more volume of water, it's much higher pressure to blast the hell out of things, and much more chemicals added down there, much more opportunity for arsenic and radioactivity that's locked in the shale to be loosed. It's just a completely, much more invasive, a completely different process than conventional drilling. They do use now, I didn't know at the time, or I may not have signed, they do so-called low-volume hydrofracking on conventional wells. It's much less water, much less pressure, chemicals, it's much deeper, still much less invasive and safer. And I would provisionally still support that. Some people want to avoid any and all drilling, but we do need energy. I'm not going to speak for the group. There are some, as I say, some differences, but clearly it seems to me that it would be much, much wiser to exhaust the conventional reserves, and and only then try something extreme like hydrofracking. I mean, sure, they can get a lot of gas quick, but that doesn't mean it's a good idea. There are a lot of risks. If there's a way that's much less risky, why not do it? I'm hoping to meet with other folks and just add to the energy. And I can't say it's anything discreet, just that I really think this is a truly bad idea. And I deeply oppose it. And so I just want to pitch in and add and be counted and do what I can to stop it. I mean, I don't consider myself, I like to stay home and build and garden, and I'm not terribly interested. It's the first time I've been involved in I have always had strong opinions, but I've never gone out. This is my first time, where I feel moved, in part because of leasing. I feel responsible in part for bringing this on.